Greetings, Batprince here, and today we are playing a wild traveling clone dancing. And the music is it's quite loud. So ooh,
Same time. He was a notable, lovable milk drinker with dirty hands.
dirty
Ben
hands.
saw him as a distinct, damp.
Ew, gross.
Once, he
Milk
even bought
drinker.
a pile of poo from a homeless guy.
In
That's
here?
the sort of man he was.
Okay, thanks, Ben.
Ben walked over to the window and reflected on his Canadian surroundings.
That's not
The sun
Ben.
shone like Barack Obama in a sexy bikini, and he said, while looking outside, "My God, Canada is full of baby sharks." Do, 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 do.
Do 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 do.
Or rather, someone. It
This
was the
person?
figure of Jenny Queoe. Jenny was a mean girl. With
Oh no,
slit.
she's dumped.
Dated him
We got a new girl now,
who was a military for the army
and she's much
of
cooler,
affairs in
right?
Iran during
Right.
World War One. Ben gulped. He was not prepared for Jenny. As Ben stepped outside and Jenny came closer, he could see that anger in her eye.
Oh, I tell you what,
Jenny glared with all the wrath of 60
is this like
smelly, elegant emojis.
the sexiest Elaine's been? Like in the more recent ones, he's kind of a little,
Ben looked back, even
I don't know,
while touching a smelly
like everything that's happened to us with the COVID,
I want to eat
a little bit less.
That's not a choice, it's a fact.
And in the earlier ones, he's too
They looked at
childish.
each other
But
with
this one,
surprised feelings, like
mm,
two rotten rats in a bathtub during winter.
I wouldn't say
Ben
no.
said, "My dad is dead."
Oh no,
Jenny didn't
I should
know
probably
Ben
listen to the story,
was
huh?
dead, which was kind of sad.
All right.
But Jenny heard a sound. She turned back, saw a clone of Ben from the future.
From the future,
She didn't mind him. She actually
dancing.
wanted to eat him with a knife and a strawberry cola because she was really thirsty.
A strawberry cola?
Jenny tried to punch
What is
Ben in
that?
the face. Quickly, Ben grabbed
Butt
the wet
knuckles.
and threw it on Jenny's head, but he missed.
Butt knuckles.
You missed. It's throwing me off that you spelt it wrong. It's the you... That's a pretty wet book, but you missed me. Kind of like you missed your math exam in high school. Jenny's sticky nose trembled and her moist lips were
Mist as in
irritable.
uh
Her emotions
water
roared
vapor.
like a happy, huge hat. The kind of hat she
Put
wears
this
to a
here.
party, a hat party.
A hat party?
Then she let out an agonizing groan and collapsed onto the ground. Moments later, Jenny Queoe was dead. Ben looked at her.
Not the
laughed,
dead.
cried. He danced. After a few minutes, he went back inside and made himself a nice cup of milk and fell on the ground. He got up and decided that he should send a clone of himself in the past to save her, since she had a sticky nose. Ben said to himself while thinking about his job as a toothpaste seller in
I
Africa,
mean, look at him.
I might be a scientist, but I sell bents to homeless
Before he got chubby over the COVID.
clone to the past. The baby shark police would recognize
Do,
me.
do, do, do,
I
do,
could
do.
send a clone of me, but with something different. Ben knew exactly what he should do. to
Elaine,
stop the magnificent
this-
shark police from
This is
recognizing
you at your ultimate form. How do you want to make the clone different from you? Make him love to dance, or make him wear a hat? The game itself is called a dancing clone. Why wouldn't we choose that?
his clone love to dance. Because everybody knows Ben likes to dance, but he doesn't love it.
Don't love it.
Baby sharks in Canada would never recognize him.
Do,
It was
do,
perfect
do, do,
plan.
do, do.
It was time. He was ready
Do,
to
do,
send the
do, do,
coolest,
do, do.
sexiest man on earth back in time. A clone of himself. He
Hmm.
walks to his cloning time-traveling machine. Once he
That's a micro. No, it's a.
broken,
That's a
the
coffee
most
machine.
logical thing any human would do. He
Drank expired milk. or asked God for help? Do we have a cameo by Jesus the Fiver?
He decided to reflect about what would God do in a situation.
He'd drink a glass of water every sail. That's what
He
he'd
said
do.
out loud, "What would you do, my God, my dear magic and scientist God?" It was simple. It was the answer he waited for his whole life. He had to dance. Dance like a man. Dance like a king. Dance like he'd never danced in his entire life. Once he finished dancing, he saw a time hole in front of him. He knew God.
I'd like to see your time hole.
He knew it was right. He knew it was his destiny. He knew he was chosen. So he decided to drink a glass of smelly water. After this delicious, tasty juice, he went in the time hole like a true man.
There he goes.
He is a man,
And look at that.
a true man,
Sexy
a sexy
buttocks.
man, a man,
Ooh,
a
yeah.
Superman, a Batman, a Spider.
A what?
A men man.
A Batman?
Mmm. Back in time, he knows his mission, and no homeless people will stop him, even if they try to buy a toothbrush from him or sell him, because he ain't a toothbrush seller or a poo buyer. He is a time traveler. It was time for mission 3472837 BBCCPP, aka Save the Girl That Died. He walked like
Save
a
the girl.
but for no reason he started
Save the
dancing.
world.
Had an irresistible desire to wear a hat. It was strange, but he couldn't compromise his goal. He was an agent on a mission, a super agent. May I even say, the ketchup to the fries, the potato to his tomato. He saw Jenny Queerwee, but he was far from her. He decided to start dancing to catch her attention.
Pew
It
pew.
worked. She looked at him, but she didn't care. She was too thirsty to care. If only he had a glass of water, or maybe even strawberry soda. He didn't, did he? He looked into his pocket to find a glass of water.
Strawberry
He
soda.
found one. She was saved. He took it out of his jacket. Oh no. It was a gun, not a glass of water.
Damn it. That won't quench my thirst.
And killed Jenny Queerwee. That's when he realized he was the reason for her death. Since the beginning, he did it all.
He did it
He
all.
was a killer.
He killed them
Saw himself
all.
walk in his house. He didn't know what to do. He decided to go to the body of Jenny. He had a crazy idea to save her. What if he used his Wupati,
What is this?
the most useful tool in the universe?
That's disgusting.
It's so amazing that it's red and invisible. He took it out of his pocket, but by accident he dropped it on the floor, and by dropping it, he went inside Jenny's body.
That's
He
disgusting.
looked
And
at
I
his
love it.
breast. Surprised, he said, "I'm a girl now. I have boobies. That's pretty neat,
Uh-huh.
He then ran into his house, saw himself from the past, and yelled,
I'm you from the future, or I'm Jenny and I'm not dead. I mean, maybe we could sleep with ourselves? Is it really masturbating if we, like, sleep with somebody from the future? There's only one way to find out.
"I'm Jenny, and I'm not dead."
These are
His
her
past
weapons.
self thought it was suspicious.
Oh yeah, let's
that
touch
Jenny
them.
would say
Click.
that her name was Jenny.
Click.
But she had always been
Nope.
weird, so who cares?
Click.
It's not like it could be him from the future. At the very least, she wasn't a USB cable. Or was she? So Ben asked her.
Dun dun dun!
USB cable. Ben from the future was confused. He realized that his past self probably thought he was Jenny since he was using her body. He didn't know what to do, since all of this had nothing
Look
to do
at
with
them
him,
curves.
or even anything.
Oh, no.
Well, maybe it does.
I'm fine.
Was he a USB cable?
Uh,
Who knows? He then looked at his hand.
eh.
He was disappearing. Why would that be? Of course.
Because you destroy the timeline.
Going back in time, which means he doesn't
Silly
exist.
clone.
But there are two things that he is sure of. It's that Jim Carrey is a good actor, and that
Is
he
he?
wasn't a USB cable.
Is he
He
really?
said, Before
Even in Earth Girls are easy?
I'm not a USB cable.
Especially in Earth Girls are easy.
Ben from the past was happy to know his enemy Jenny was not a USB cable, because that would have been kind of awkward. She was
Awkward.
probably a USB drive.
A thumb drive!
It was okay. He decided to.
Wait, what? What do you want past Ben to do? Read a book about books or read a book about books about books? Ah! Close your eyes and click.
He decided to read a book about books since he has a big brain. Sadly, he didn't own one, so he cried. It was truly a nice day for Ben. He went to bed.
Is that a bacon
Said
pillow?
good night to his plushies. The next
Oh,
morning,
that's
the
beautiful.
impossible happened. He got a call.
A
From
call?
the president of Mars.
Who's
He
this
left a
person
message on his BlackBerry.
taking the photo?
Listen to it. He
Look
was
at that.
in shock.
Zoom in and enhance.
Fight the blueberries. Sadly, he couldn't help him. He felt bad since the president of Mars raised him when his dad died when he was studying at the Mars University to become a poo trader.
Poo trader.
Thankfully, he knew how to help him. He just had to.
Okay, before I make this decision, I'm gonna deliberately just break what I usually do here. We're going to Discord. We're gonna jump in. Don't look at what Discords I'm in! And that this one's in a different thing. Into Elaine's actual Discord. Go into the general and post that screenshot of the sunglasses of someone holding up a thing. And see what happens. Oh yeah, who is that thing holding the thing? Alright, back to the show. How do you want to help the president of Mars? Send him a clone of yourself? Or send him $1038 MMD? I don't have any dollars MMD. I spent it all on Steam games, of which this game is no longer on Steam because Elaine had all his games banned. What a bunch of crap. If you want to help out, maybe you should think about doing so. I'd like to put a link on how to help out, but I don't think Elaine's really done anything about links and partitions and stuff. But Steam, that's just rude. There's a lot of work gone into these crappy games. They might not be the best, but they're hilarious. And anything that makes you smile is good. I'm sending a clone of myself.
He knew the easiest solution. Send a clone of himself to fight on Mars.
Bip.
He went to his cloning machine, but it was broken. He didn't know how to fix it.
You mean coffee machine?
He would simply give up trying to repair it because he doesn't have the skills to fix it. He isn't a space-time bulb action paparazzi time trimmer.
Reverse the polarity.
He looked at the machine and was sad. He couldn't help his friend. Or could he?
So sad.
He asked God for help. God sent him a weird time hole. It was his destiny to go in. Once he was inside the hole, his memory got confused.
Whoosh.
Like he was living a memory of him from another dimension. He knew he was there to stop Jenny from dying. What?
What?
Jenny didn't die. She was
Did
a
she?
USB drive. Wait.
No cable.
He doesn't remember any of this.
No.
He is in the past with someone
In the
else's
pasta.
memory. His memory. His
With
other
all the
memory.
marinara sauce.
Weird. Strange. Now that he's
With all
back,
that electric.
he knows his mission.
Lightning strikes.
Homeless people will stop him. If
Lightning strikes again.
or sell him poo, because he ain't a toothbrush seller or a poo buyer. He is a time traveler. It was time for mission 347-2837 BBCCPP, aka Save the Girl That Died. He walked like a mad lad, but for no reason he started dancing and had an irresistible desire to wear a hat.
Wait, we did this bit already.
But he couldn't compromise his goal. He was an agent
Wait.
on a mission, a super agent. May I even say, the ketchup to the fries, the potato to his tomato.
What are we doing here?
He saw Jenny queerly.
Shoot her!
From her.
Ah!
It worked. She looked at him, but she didn't care. She was too thirsty to care. If only he had a glass of water, or maybe even strawberry soda. But he didn't, did he? He looked into his pocket to find a glass of water. He found one?
Nope.
She was saved. He took it out of his jacket. Oh no. It was a gun, not a glass of water.
Oh no.
He fired the gun
Damn.
by accident and killed Jenny Quioe. That's when he realised
I would have
he
done the
was
same
the
thing.
reason for her death. Since the beginning, he did it all.
For the
He was
nookie.
killer. He saw himself walk in his house. He didn't know
Woo
what to do.
patty.
He decided to go to the body of Jenny. He had a crazy idea to save her. What if he used his Wupati,
Woo
the most
patty.
useful tool in the universe? It's so amazing that it's red and invisible.
Oh.
He took it out of his
How
pocket
does something that's got a
by accident.
color also be
By
invisible?
dropping it, he went inside Jenny's body. He looked at his
Inside.
breast, surprised. He said, "I'm a girl now. I have boobies. That's pretty neat, aha."
Wait,
He then ran into his house,
we
saw
did this
himself
bit.
from the past, and yelled,
I'm Jenny and I'm not dead.
"Jenny, and I'm not dead." His past self thought it was suspicious that Jenny would say that her name was Jenny, but she had always been.
Is this exactly what I did before? Can we skip past the bits that I already done?
At the very least,
No!
wasn't a
I
USB
cannot.
cable. Or was she? So Ben,
No, she's not.
are you a USB cable? Ben from the future was confused. He realised that his past self probably thought he was
We
Jenny.
saw this bit.
To do. Since all of this had nothing to do with the USB cable, or even anything remotely linked to that. Or maybe it does. Was he a USB cable this whole time?
No.
Who knows? He then looked at his hand. He was disappearing. Why would that be? Of
Probably because he
course,
had sex with his own
stopped
mum.
himself from going back in time, which means he doesn't exist.
That's
There
okay.
are two things that he is sure of. It's that Jim Carrey is a good actor, and that he wasn't.
But
a
only
USB
in Ace
cable.
Ventura.
So he said, before disappearing, "I'm not a USB cable."
But not part 2.
Ben from the past was happy to know his enemy Jenny was not a USB
Aya!
because that would have been kind of awkward. She was probably a
Awkward.
USB drive.
A thumb drive.
Since Jenny was okay, he decided to.
Read a book about books about
He
books.
decided to read a book about books about books, since he has a big brain. Sadly, he didn't own one, so he cried. It was truly a nice day for Ben. He went to bed. He said goodnight to his plushies. The next morning, the impossible happened. He got a call from the president of Mars.
Who is
He
this?
left him a message on his BlackBerry.
Let's take a screenshot.
He was in shock. It was a call to fight the blueberries. Sadly, he couldn't help him. He felt bad since the president of Mars raised him when his dad died when he was studying at the Mars University to become a poo trader. Thankfully, he knew how to help him. He just had to.
Send him lots of
He
money.
knew the easiest solution. He would send him all of his money. It would probably help him. He is the president of Mars, not the president of being rich, after all.
I get it.
So he sent him $3 Canadian and 24 Canadian cents. That would probably be equal to about 1,038 Martian money dollar.
Martian money dollar.
Worst form of currency, since Obama decided to make the planet an exclusive golf park for people who eat gluten. Nobody showed up. It's so weird. What's wrong with gluten? Gluten has a nice ring to it. If I could, I would add gluten to all my meals, you feel me? I mean, why not? Gluten seems pretty cool to me. I'd be a friend with gluten. Gluten forever. Why not have salt, pepper, and gluten on the kitchen table? Can you actually add gluten to a meal? What even is gluten? Why is everyone intolerant to gluten since like 2017? Why did I never hear about gluten before that? Am I the only one that can eat gluten? Is gluten nutritional? Does meat contain gluten? Can you extract gluten to inject it into something else? Can I have a gluten soda? Why is there even gluten-free soap? Do people intolerant to gluten eat soap? Does that mean soap is good to eat? Should I start eating soap? I mean, I never thought about it, but it doesn't seem like a bad idea to eat soap. I mean, maybe it's good. Some soap smells really good. I wonder if gluten-free soap tastes better than soap with gluten. Um, at the very least, Ben can eat gluten. He doesn't care if something has gluten or not. He eats it, and that's why you should be like Ben. Eat more gluten, do less war. The end.
I win! I did a win! I did a win! I did all the wins. That's enough time traveling clones for today. I will see you kitties sometime later. Good night!